I do believe Aaron Judge is the best leader right now in the majors. I don't know who the other captains are on other teams, but you could see the leadership. You see him on, obviously, in the dugout. You see when guys hit home runs, he's the first person out. The handshakes, the jumping, and the celebrating. When they win games in the outfield, you see him brings the outfielders together. I think he is by far the biggest and the best leader right now in the majors. I don't see Ohtani being a leader. No offense to him. He doesn't speak English, okay? So how is he going to lead his team? Now, I do believe that Friedman is the leader on that team, him and Mookie Betts, and I think Mookie Betts is a very good leader. But I think Aaron Judge is a different personality. You're in New York. You have a lot of pressure on you. You're being compared to Don Mattingly and Derek Jeter, two different personalities than you are. So I do believe Aaron Judge is the best leader right now in professional baseball. Now, I do believe the reason why they brought Jazz Chisholm in was because of his passion, not because of his antics. And I do believe that the Yankees believe they can control him and figure out how to control him in that locker room if he's not hitting or if there's certain players he doesn't like on this team. I do believe Jazz Chisholm is everything the Yankees were looking for going into the trade deadline. They needed a guy that had a little bit more passion. They'll give him a little bit more of a spark. And you heard it from Jabba. He said it, about Jazz Chisholm. He is a lightning bolt. He's a lightning spark. And he's the kind of guy that the Yankees needed. And I think they added that option to this team. And I think that another thing that I could say about Jazz Chisholm that I didn't know much about because I didn't watch a lot of Marlins games, he has a lot more power than I thought he had for a guy his size. I mean, the guy pulls the ball. He plays in Miami. Miami's one of the biggest ballparks in baseball. And maybe that's why he didn't hit a lot of home runs. If he plays a full season in Yankee Stadium, I could see Chisholm hitting 25, 30 home runs. I think he has that kind of power. He already has 4 home runs in 7 games. I really do believe that he is going to be a lightning bolt for this team. I think he's going to be a big part of this run for the Yankees going all the way into the playoffs and maybe even winning the division. I think it was a great move by Brian Cashman. I think Brian Cashman has been one of the better GMs, especially making moves at the trade deadline over the last 20 years. I think he was the right guy for the job. I don't care about his antics. You want that passionate guy in your locker room, no matter what he does, because it pushes the players and it makes the players understand that passion is what's going to strive to win. He is what the Yankees need. He's a thunder to Aaron Judge's lightning. Right. He is. They needed a personality. Soto, as good of a player as he is, he's a very quiet guy. He's a passionate guy when he hits home runs and he's dancing around. But everything that I've read about him, he's a quiet guy in the locker room. They need that. Nick Swisher. Remember Nick Swisher? Nick Swisher was a lightning bolt. When the Yankees brought him in, he was the guy playing the music, dancing around, getting everybody together and all that other stuff. For the years that the Yankees were dominant in the 90s, it was Roger Clemens and Andy Pettitte. Those guys, people forget. And I don't know, CC Sabathia in 2009 when they brought him in, he was a personality, a leader that they needed to bring into that locker room. People don't understand that you need those kind of guys in the locker room to give you that spark. And I think Jazz Chisholm is that guy. I think it was a great move. I'm going to tell you this right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Jazz Chisholm rides this all the way through the playoffs. It's not about Aaron Judge. It's really just getting the right combination together so you could bring a championship home. And it's not just one, because as soon as you win one, you're going to want to win 2. The Yankees have had so many good opportunities for years. And you have the Astros and all these National League teams like the San Francisco Giants, all these and great managers and great opportunities where they've lost the opportunities because they couldn't produce in the playoffs. This has nothing to do with Aaron Judge. I know everybody wants to believe, you're taking away Aaron Judge's great years. Aaron Judge is not a good playoff player. Go look at his numbers. He's not been a good playoff player. And either as some of these other Yankees that we've mentioned, when you bring in Juan Soto, when you trade for Juan Soto, you brought in Juan Soto to help you get over the hump in the playoffs. Juan Soto is a career 320 hitter in the playoffs. He's hit a ton of home runs in the playoffs for the amount of times that he's been there. He's won a World Series. He's won a World Series MVP. He is a special player. So it really is, if you want to win a championship this year, you don't know if you're going to be able to keep Juan Soto in the offseason. I think the important factor here is Juan Soto. If you're going to make a run this year and win a championship and lose Juan Soto next year, it was that renting of Juan Soto and giving up all the stuff that they gave up, and we'll see what those guys turn out to be. It was worth it because you rented Juan Soto and you win a championship. And then if you lose into free agency, it won't matter. It has nothing to do with Aaron Judge. It has everything to do with renting players and bringing players in and getting the right combination to get you over the hump. And the Yankees, over the last, 13 years, the combinations have been horrible. Horrible. And they bring in pitchers, they bring in free agents. It hasn't worked. So, and Garrett Cole, I don't know how good he's going to be moving forward or if he's going to be a big factor in the playoffs, but they need Carlos Rodon. They need him. And if Carlos Rodon could figure it out in the second half of the season, which I believe he will, and he's a factor in the playoffs and he gives you that left-handed power, I think the Yankees are going to have a chance to make a run. They're going to make a run at it. But they got to get through Baltimore. They got to get through Cleveland. They're going to have to get through Seattle and the Astros if they make the playoff. It's not over. And maybe even the Red Sox if they sneak into the playoffs. It's not going to be easy for the Yankees, but it has nothing to do with – I know everybody wants to believe it's Aaron Judge. You're taking away his youth. Aaron Judge just wants to win a championship as a team. I don't think he cares if he hits 50 home runs, 60 home runs, or 70 home runs, as long as he brings home that trophy. So I don't think the Yankees are looking at it that way, or we're taking away his prime of his career. His prime's already there. I mean, he's almost done with his prime. Aaron Judge is how old? 32, 33 years old?
32.
Yeah. Your prime is practically – you start your prime at Juan Soto's age. Juan Soto's what, 26, 27 years old. Your prime starts at 27, and your tail end of your prime is really at 34, 35, unless you're Alex Rodriguez or Barry Bonds, okay? Your career is not over, but you're not the same player. So these are the best years of Juan Soto right now. If the Yankees want to sign him or whoever wants to sign him, you're going to have to give him a 12, 13-year deal. And Aaron Judge, the Yankees had to overspend for him to keep him here to be the captain of this team. I think he's having a great season. He's hitting for power. He's hitting for everything. How many years do you believe he has left of doing this? Maybe 1, maybe 2, at best. His prime is here. So, and the Yankees have another, even if he has 2 more good years of this, the Yankees still have him for another 6 years. And I got to pay him. It's all about winning championships for the Yankees. It's not winning one, it's winning multiple championships. So, I mean, as a Yankee fan, I mean, we're blessed to watch so many great Yankee teams in the 90s, but it's been a shell of that over the last couple of years, and the Yankees have spent a load of money. So Yankee fans out there crying that Brian Cashman or Hal Steinbrenner is not spending the money, the Yankees have the number one salary in all of baseball. Number one. And they've been number one probably out of the last 25 years, 24 of it. So, I mean, I don't know what Yankee fans want Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner to do. I don't know. It's all about, showing up in the playoffs. Maybe Jazz is that guy. Maybe he is. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see. The Yankees are going to win the division. I've said it. I'm predicting it. They're going to beat out Baltimore. You can book it. You want to bet on it? Bet on it. I think the Yankees are going to win the division. But that doesn't mean they're going to beat Baltimore in a 7-game series. And it doesn't mean they're going to beat the Red Sox in a 7-game series. And it doesn't mean they're going to beat Cleveland or Seattle or any one of those teams in a 7-game series, because you have to show up in those games. You got to pitch, and the bullpen has to, stay healthy, which the Yankees have not done over the last couple of years. So